Good morning everyone. So today we will be reading about deep foundations. So in this chapter we have already been discussed about what are the types of foundations, what are the design of the shallow foundations and what are the types of shallow foundations. We have already been discussed in the previous slides, and what are the base and the width of the foundations while we are constructing the shallow foundations. We have already been discussed. So now we will be discussing about that is deep foundations. A deep foundation is a type of foundation that transfers the load to the soil. Okay, the same, that is the foundation that transfers the load to the soil. This is known as deep foundations. You can see here the diagram have already been shown. This is the deep foundations. And according to the Terzai, in the deep foundations, the depth of the foundation is very large as compared to its width. Okay, so depth is, this is the depth of the foundation is greater than its base. So we can say that the D is greater than B, or we can say the B is less than D. Okay, so what are the types of deep foundations? There are three types of deep foundations we will be reading, that is pile foundation, pier foundations, and last one that is well foundations or caissons. Okay, so you can see here I have already shown you here the images of the deep foundations. Here you can see this is the deep foundations have been applied in the bridges. Okay, and here you can see here the diagram of these images. This have been constructed by the pile foundation. It has been constructing. Okay, so we'll first read about pile foundation. So what do you mean by pile foundation? In this type of foundation, the load is transmitted by vertical member, and this vertical member is known as pile, and these piles are generally made up of steel, concrete and wooden. So we can say that in these pile foundations, all the superstructure load, it has been transmitted to a vertical member. You can see here the deep foundation is a type of a vertical member. Here you can see this is of a vertical member. Okay, and this vertical member is known as a pile foundations, and these piles are made up of steel, RCC, wooden, concrete. Okay, we can say it as pile foundations. So before we will construct a pile foundations, where we will construct or what are the suitability of the pile foundations? So first we can say that where the load of the superstructure is heavy and the topsoil has less or poor bearing capacity, and where if the structure is situated on the seashore, there only the pile foundation can be constructed, and mainly the pile foundations are used for the foundations for the building bridges and waterfront installations. Okay, so there place only the pile foundations it can be placed or it can be constructed. So what are the classifications of the pile foundations? So first is according to the function, and second one that is according to material. So in the first, that is according to function, there are two types. First is bearing piles and second one is that is friction piles. So in the bearing piles, they are used to transfer the load through the water or the soft soil to a suitable bearing stratum, and such piles are used to carry the heavy loads safely to the hard strata, and multi-storied buildings are found on the end bearing piles to minimize the settlements. You can see here, I have already shown here the diagram of the bearing piles, and you can see it all transmits the load to the water or the soft soil to a suitable bearing stratum. Okay, and next one that is friction piles. Friction piles are used to transfer all the loads by the friction load carrying the materials by means of a skin friction. Such piles are used in granule soil for the hard stratum. Okay, this is the friction piles. You can see here the diagram of friction piles. Okay, and these piles have been constructed at a site where the soil is very weak. We can say it as where the soil is very weak or the soil is very soft. In that only the friction piles it can be constructed. So next one is that is according to material. So according to material there are four types. First is timber pile, steel pile, concrete pile and composite piles. So before reading about that, I have already told about the timber pile. In the chapter 4, I have already told about the timber means wood. So piles have already been constructed or can be constructed in the timber. Okay, that is wood. So timber pile, what do you mean by timber pile? The timber can be used for the manufacture of temporary piles and also for the permanent ones in regions where the timber is readily and economically available. It is more suitable for the piling under embankments. So you can see here this is I have shown you here the diagram of the timber pile. It is made up of wood. Okay. So it can be manufactured of the temporary piles, or we can say it can be manufactured of the permanent ones, and it is mainly suitable for piling under the embankments. And second one, that is steel piles. You can see here the diagram I have been showing here. This is known as steel piles. Okay, and the steels can be used for the both temporary and the permanent works, and they are suitable for handling and driving the piles with a prolonged length. This is known as steel piles. And third one is that is concrete piles. This you can see the concrete piles. Okay, I have already told about concrete. I have already discussed with you what do you mean by concrete. So concrete piles, these have been constructed. Okay, concrete is used to manufacture of precast the concrete piles or cast in place and pre-stressed concrete piles. Okay, where the concrete it has been manufactured or it has been constructed in our site and it has been placed in our soil to transfer all the loads to the ground or the soil. Okay, this is known as concrete piles. So last one is that is composite piles. When a pile consists of a combination of different materials in the same pile is called composite pile. For example, a part of the timber pile which is installed above the groundwater could be endangered to insect the attack and decay. So as to avoid this, concrete or the steel pile is used to avoid the groundwater level where the timber is installed under the groundwater level. And this means, what do you mean by composite pile means? It is the combinations of different materials, that is concrete and of timber. These two piles mix with each other and form the composite piles. Okay, these are all the, according to material, the pile foundations have been classified. And last one is that is pile installation method. How we will install the pile foundations? Okay, there are two methods. First is pile driving method and second one, that is boring method. Okay, so in the pile driving method, the first one is that is dropping weight. So first one is a hammer with approximately the weight of the pile is raised to a suitable height and is released to strike the pile head. Okay, so if we will excavate or dig the soil, we will first put the pile in that place and we will place the hammer upon the pile to press the pile within the soil. Okay, so we can say that it is a dropping head. So we can say that a hammer with approximately weight of the pile is raised to a suitable height and it is dropped. When it is dropped, the pile has been entered to the soil. So this is one method. Okay, this is a dropping weight method. And second one is that is vibration method. The amplitude of the vibration which is used here should be sufficient to break the skin friction on the sides of the pile, and this is best suited for the sandy or gravelly soils. You have been seeing while we are installing the pile foundations, vibration method we are also using it. By vibrating the soil, we are digging the soil, okay, and entering the pile into it. And second one is that is jacking. To install the jacking piles, hydraulic rams are used to push the piles into the ground. So we can say that while installing the piles, the hydraulic rams have been used to push the piles inside the ground. And last one, that is jetting. To aid the penetration of the piles into the sand or the sand gravel, water jetting can be employed. Okay. To penetrate the piles into the ground, the same water jetting method can be employed. So last one, that is boring method. So in the boring method there are two types. First is continuous flight agar and underreaming method. So in the continuous flight agar method, if the boring takes place during the pile driving, then it is known as continuous flight agar. And what are the equipments used in the continuous flight agar? The equipment comprises of a base carrier which is fitted with a hollow main flight agar, and it is rotated and driven into the ground to get a required depth of the piling. Where the hard rock it has been placed, in that only it can be driven into the ground, and this method is mainly done on the soft ground. Okay, this is known as continuous flight agar. And last one, that is underreaming method. This is a special type of agar board piles which is used to exploit the bearing capacity of the respective strata by providing an enlarged base. So this is known as underreaming method. Okay. So these are all about the chapter 7, that is foundations, and these are the assignment questions. If any doubt occurs, you can ask me in the class. Thank you.